How's it going, everybody? Rob right here today. We are back with our Honolulu Hammerheads franchise mode, and we are in the Western Conference second round against our expansion rivals, the Vegas Golden Knights. It's 2025, which means this is season number 6, I believe, or 5. I think this is season number 5. And we're going to go try and get our second Stanley Cup. Now, things in the first series went pretty well. 5 games, Sidney Crosby was elite. Rice, Taylor Hall, all doing great. Kalysnik had a very, very quiet playoff series, but it is what it is. Hopefully he can pick it up here in the second round. And Markstrom had a good round. Now that's in stark contrast to some previous rounds where he has not looked as good, speaking of last season. But right now he looked good this season, and the Vegas Golden Knights are a tough opposition, but I'm not as afraid of them as you might think. So we go ahead and check out our lines. We got Hall, Kalysnik, and Ehlers here. Ehlers, 5 points in 5 games. So the first line was pretty quiet, but that makes sense considering the good two-way play of the first line of the Blues. Then we had Byfield, Crosby, Rice, which turned out to be a great line. Then Granlund, Radulov, Cousins, which was a decent line, a point per game on the third line. Can't really complain about that too much. And then we had Gurianov, Lavoie, and Donskoy. They were fine, a plus, huge plus actually, so that's great to see. Moving Jake Bean up to the first pairing did unlock the offense. Albelin and Bear were a good pairing there as well, and then Brant Clark and Ollie Kerman just did their thing down there. But Sergachev, and look at Jake Bean, plus 11 in one playoff series. And obviously we just looked at Markstrom. Chip Chero, we might turn to him. I don't actually want to turn to him. I'd like to roll with Markstrom for the rest of the playoffs, but he might force my hand in this series. I don't know. But let's go ahead and check out what Vegas is going to throw at us. They have Marchessault, Glass, and Stone. So immediately I'm saying we've got the first line advantage. We got more stars and a better center. Their second line is still good, though, of Howlow, Carlson, and Tuck. How did they do? Wow, that first line put up a ton of points. 6 goals. Goal per game for Cody Glass. 9 points. So their first line was definitely electric. Their second line also very good with 9 points from Carlson, 5 from Howla, and 7 from Tuck. Then their third line is Krebs, Leschyshyn, Jake here, and Jace Howerluck. So Krebs, how was this line? It was not a bad line. 3 points is definitely not bad. And then their fourth line is pretty weak. They're not playing much ice time with Kelly, Stahl, and Paul Cotter. So their team is not bad. It's well-rounded, but their forward core anyway. But I definitely think that we should have the advantage on every line. Defensively, it's a bad defensive core compared to ours, right? Theodore and Spurgeon. Spurgeon's nowhere near what he used to be. He's a +7, but I think that, I don't know, they're not getting many points. Schmidt and Honka are a +9, and then their bottom pairing of Nudavara and Connor Corcoran. Connor Corcoran. You would expect it to be bad, especially with Connor on that line, Corcoran. And then in goal, they have Holtby and Merzlikins. How did Holtby do? He did poorly. So it was really their offense that propelled them to where they are right now. Let's see how they did in the first round as far as goals for and goals against, and compare that to our goals for and goals against. So if we go to the Western Conference here, sort by wins, we're right back to back. We had 5.6 goals per game. They had 4.3. They allowed 3.17. We allowed under 3 here at 2.8. So that bodes well for us. Our power play did score 5 times, which is good. Penalty kill was not good. Nobody's really has been. It's such a small sample size, but I think it did improve as the series went on. The 3 straight wins we rattled off were really, really good. But now let's go ahead, get into the series, stop analyzing the intro, and get into some actual hockey. I'm honestly confident about this series. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a fun one, but I have a good feeling that I'm saying us in 6 is what I would guess. First period. All right. William Karlsson continues to be a monster on that second line. Second period. Oh my goodness. Cody Glass and then Krebs. So lines 1, 2, and 3 all chipping in with an even strength goal for Vegas. So far, no goals for your Honolulu Hammerheads, as we desperately need somebody to step up here. If we're going to have any shot of coming back in game number 1, halfway through the period, we still can't score. Vegas gets a power play. They can't score, so the penalty kill does do its job. But with 5 minutes to go, it's really hard to see us scoring 3 right now. We are going to get shut out in game number 1. And what line was the issue line? It was Albelin, Byfield, Rice, Crosby, Bear. Okay, so that's second. Yeah, it was that middle six that got kind of bodied. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move Kaliznik down simply because he's refusing to put up any kind of points, and a 91 overall sniper with those numbers should be putting up goals. So we're going to put him on the second line and hopefully get him against some weaker competition there. More favorable matchups too. Crosby is our leading point getter, so I'll promote him, give him the extra ice time, but I can't really complain about the defense when we get shut out. So we got game number 2 here. Can we even the series? Come on, I don't want to drop 2-0, especially both games at home. First period, nothing. So better defensively that time, but that's 4 straight shutout periods for Vegas. Second period, and we finally do score. Jonas Donskoy on the 4th line. William Karlsson and Stone both score on the power play, which is not good news. Our penalty kill has been bad. We are only down by 1, though. We have plenty of time here to get 1 more and tie this thing up, and Sidney Crosby is going to do it. That's why we acquired a guy like Sidney Crosby at the deadline. Vegas gets another power play. They cannot make it 3 goals on the power play. With 3 minutes to go, a goal will surely decide the fate of the game. There will not be a goal in regulation. We're going to have to wait for overtime to find that winning goal. Overtime coming up here, guys. We've got Crosby there. He's wearing 86. Does somebody have 87? Oh, that's rude to not give him his 86. Crosby gets in, toe drags into danger instead of just letting it rip. You know what, guys? My screen is stuttering. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to pause real quick and fix that, so give me 1 second. All right, guys, I just fixed my Elgato. We are ready to go. That should fix my glitching, my stuttering issue. There we go. Nikolai Ehlers get on him. Shea Theodore is going to carry the puck in offsides, and we get a chance to win the faceoff. Hall, Crosby, Ehlers is a really good line, even with Crosby being a little bit older. And then I can't wait to see Kaliznik on that second line. A favorable matchup for him. Crosby, though, has been everywhere. There's Taylor Hall, the captain, takes the shot, and it is saved by Holtby. His pass to the point gets picked off by Cody Glass, who's been really hot in this playoffs. Marchessault is going to come in off sides, and Vegas can't seem to stay on sides. All right, so I'm going to leave the first line out there. Obviously, I want to keep my best players out there as long as I can. I do know our second line is very, very star-studded. That's actually the first defensive pairing. That is Jake Bean right there, who's going to lay it off to Crosby, who gives it up to Ehlers, back to Bean. He's finally going to get it up to Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall gets it poked off, and we are going to go off sides, and let's get the second line out there. So Byfield, Kaliznik, and Rice is a line that I don't think many teams are going to be able to match talent-wise. Their first line is probably equal to our second line, which is good news for us. Jake Bean is going to skate all the way back behind our net and then go into the corner where we can't see him. He's going to hide because that was a really stupid idea. He's going to turn the puck over. Spurgeon comes in. Markstrom with a good save there. I don't know what Jake Bean is doing. EA, what is the programming telling them to do to skate all the way back into their zone and hide? I don't know what the plan is. They should always be looking to go forward, especially when they're a defender. Pass forward, dump it in. The pass out front. Oh my! And Kaliznik from Rice was almost the game-clinching duo there. Albelin with number 69. I did not set that on him, but I do appreciate a good number when I see it. Very nice number. Anyway, we're gonna get it in zone, but no further than Honka, who's gonna come up. See, like, this is what he should do. He's going to dangle. Oh, my goodness. Honka's feeling himself. All right, up. Albelin goes. We get into the zone. Cousins tries to take the shot. Gets nudged off the puck. Can't get it on goal. Tuck now skates out with it. Finds William Karlsson, another really hot centerman. Oh, good back check there by Cousins. He might have saved a goal. Bear now gets it in. Is going to try and dump it. It's going to get blocked. We are offsides. Radulov has to tag up, which he does. He's going to get in on Honka. The forecheck works. We draw a penalty. Granlund there is going to keep fighting for it, and they touch it. And we are going to go on the power play with Rice, Crosby, Radulov, Hall, and Kaliznik. We got the 5-forward power play here. Can we win the faceoff? We can. They get it to Kaliznik. He shoots. Misses the net. We're going to go back out in front with it. A good shot there from Rice, I believe that is. And Holtby is going to have to cover the puck up. Crosby now on the draw against Cotter. Who's going to win it? Crosby's really good at the draw. He's going to lose it, but we do pick up the loose puck. Kaliznik slides in, finds Radulov, and that's an overtime winner. That was pretty darn easy. Kaliznik got the puck there and slid that thing down to Rice. We are going to win 3-2 thanks to a power play goal. Crosby was the third star of the game, and I will check in with you guys. Well, I just won't leave you because we can just hit quit, and it will be ready here. But a really good 3-2 win there. Evens the series at 1 apiece. Crosby with a goal, a very crucial goal, coming in clutch there in the third period to send it to overtime where Kaliznik could find Buleris. Right now, I don't know what's going on with Kaliznik. He did get a point there. I will give him that. He got a point. So I want to see some simulation points from Kaliznik, though. I really do. Anyway, we're traveling east to Vegas, which is the weirdest thing I can think about. And we are hopefully going to take one on the road and steal this series back to give us the home ice advantage. First period, it's 2-1. Jake Bean scores, and Radulov is going to score shorthanded. Eric Howlett does get a goal, though. Keeps this thing 2-1 after one. After the second period, it's still 2-1, but we have a massive amount of shots and a 10-shot lead. But it doesn't matter to Alex Tuck, who's going to fire the first shot of the third period past Jacob Markstrom from the right wing there, and it's 2-2. A very familiar sight from last game. Lavoie is going to score, and the fourth line does continue to step up and provide us timely goals when we need them. 9:30 in the period there, and with just under 5 minutes to go, we still have a 3-2 lead. 90 seconds, 30 seconds, that's all she wrote. Back-to-back 3-2 wins, stealing this one, giving us home ice advantage back. We win the rest of our home games, we're on to the next round. 40-26 in shots. I do kind of want to look at what lines are clicking, and if there is a line that's not. Albelin and Bear is a very, very not good pairing right now. That pairing is getting dismantled. So let's go ahead and check out the defense. Albelin and Bear, I'm going to bury him. I'm going to move Brant Clark up. He's a +3. He's right-handed. Albelin is left-handed. I don't want to put two lefties together, even though I am doing it there. But we righty-lefty, lefty-righty there. And then Jake Bean and Sergachev has just been a good pairing. So we are going to move Bear down. He seems to be a big ol' minus when it comes to the playoffs, and I don't know why I just went into the calendar. Anyway, we got a 2-1 series lead over Vegas. The Coyotes have a 2-1 series lead over the Avalanche, who were a very, very good team after the first round. I just quickly glanced at it. So we'll see. It's still too early to tell about any series. This is a very decisive game. The third win is huge whenever you can get it. But going up 3-1 is massive. But tying the series up 2-2 when you're down 2-1 is a big momentum boost. And we don't want to let the Vegas Golden Knights get back into this one. So if we can go ahead and win this game here, that would make me feel a lot more comfortable. First period, 1-0 thanks to Gurianov on the power play. He's going to chip in with a goal now and then. Power play is going to be his spot. Second period, Kaliznik finally gets on the score sheet. That's really nice to see. We still have the lead in shots by 7. 2-0 game right now. First 5 minutes are going to go off exactly how I like them to. Vegas is kind of pulling back in the shots, although never mind. But Spurgeon is going to pull them back to within 1. Spurgeon scores at 12:43, cutting the lead in half. But with 5 minutes to go, can Markstrom hold up? And he cannot. Marchessault is going to get one, and now Vegas has all the momentum. Is it going to be another overtime game? It will. So guys, let's go ahead and jump in. We are now playing an overtime game on the road. The last overtime game did take a while. Thankfully, we ended up drawing that power play. Crosby is just everywhere. Hold the Crosby. Oh, my word, Shea Theodore. Great defense there. But, man, Crosby has been just popping up everywhere for us. Like, in overtime, he's been literally everywhere. Every time he steps on the ice, he wins a faceoff and gets us a scoring chance. And, well, he didn't win the faceoff there. Stone is going to get bodied by Sergachev. Sergachev tries to outspeed him. He can't. They're going to feed it to the middle and trip Taylor Hall. We get another chance on the power play. So let's go ahead and set this one up, and hopefully we can win on the power play again. I'd love to get another power play goal. Crosby taking the draws. He's an elite faceoff man. Loses back-to-back times. I credit him for how good he is at faceoffs, because of course he does. That's the announcer jinx. But Taylor Hall picks it up. The captain comes away with it. We get it into the zone to Buleris. Buleris wearing number 87. We got Taylor Hall with the one-timer. He's going to... Oh, that's Crosby with the one-timer. Excuse me. He's going to pick up his rebound. Buleris finds Hall. Shots blocked. Puck is going to go into the corner. Buleris grinding down there on the power play. Love to see it, and he's going to come away with it. We got a chance here. Puck's in front. We're crashing. Shoot shots. Can't get through on net. No clean shots. Backdoor tap in for Buleris. Radulov to Buleris. Back-to-back overtime game. Well, not back-to-back, but back-to-back overtime goals for Buleris. and we are going to go ahead and get another 3-2 win, the third consecutive 3-2 win for your Honolulu Hammerheads, and you've got to say it's deserved. We scored two out of our 3 goals on the power play. Markstrom with a very good series. I mean, 3-2-2-2 is the kind of thing I'm expecting of my defense and of my goaltender. But 3-2 OT, 3-2 regulation, 3-2 OT, both OT goals by Bullerice. He is a phenomenal snag at the end of the first round. I can't emphasize it enough. And now back on home ice with a chance to seal the series and clinch our spot in the Western Conference Finals. No changes need to be made. Let's jump into this. First period, 3-0. Kaliznik came to play. He sparked something. Granlund there with a goal as well on the third line. Continues to be the middle six for us. Second period. Ooh, and Jake for them is going to get this one back within reach for Vegas. They can score 2 goals in a period for sure. They've done it before. Can they do it again? They need to, because their playoff lives are on the line here. 2 straight power plays, and Vegas finally converts on one. Nate Schmidt, halfway through the period, makes this one a very nervous last 5 minutes. 3 minutes, come on. Markstrom, you've been fantastic. Hold the door. He holds the door, and our 4th consecutive 3-2 win. 3 goals in the first period, and that was all it took to get us to the Western Conference Final. 3-2 overtime, 3-2 regulation, 3-2 overtime, 3-2 regulation, and that's all she wrote. And over in the Eastern Conference, it's Toronto versus Columbus after both teams swept their respective opponents. Colorado has pulled 2 games back and taken the lead. It is 3-2 in that series, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be playing on the 6th. Will it be Colorado? Will it be Arizona? It will be Colorado, and the Colorado Avalanche, the 50-win Colorado Avalanche, I might add, are going to be taking on your Honolulu Hammerheads, and the only thing standing between us in the Stanley Cup Finals. But guys, that is all the time I have for this one. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.